The motivation for me is then telling me what I could not be.
What's up, everybody on YouTube? I'm Chris Young, and if you haven't tuned in before, you are now tuned in to the newest Rising Sneaker channel on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in today. It really means a lot to me. Hey, before we get started into this video, if you haven't tuned in before, please be sure to hit the like button, comment your opinion on the LeBron 8 graffitis that we talk about down below in the comments section, and lastly, please be sure to subscribe so we can go ahead and surpass the 500 subscriber mark in due time. As always, I thank you guys for your continued support, and let's just go ahead and dive right into these LeBron 8 graffitis. So the first thing that I wanted to go over on the LeBron 8 graffiti is, of course, the box. If you haven't seen a LeBron 8 review on my channel yet, you can see that there is LeBron James facing the left direction and facing the right direction. We have a lion. There are a couple of Nike logos on this box as well. And on the back of the box, you can see it says LeBron 8 version 1. And coming onto the front of the box, there is a red sizing tag, and the sizing tag does read Nike LeBron 8 Quick Strike. The colorway for this shoe is black, white, and sport red, and the suggested retail was $200, and this is my personal size 11.5. So just to give you a little background information on the LeBron 8 graffiti, the LeBron 8 graffiti was first seen as a player exclusive back in 2011 after LeBron James and the Miami Heat and a bunch of other NBA teams faced a lockout shortened season. So if you didn't know, back in 2011, the NBA did go into a lockout, and due to this, the NBA season didn't start until Christmas Day 2011. Therefore, a lot of NBA players were forced to play pickup games in certain gyms, and during this time, LeBron James broke out a ton of player exclusives that were just sought after for many years, and this was one of them. If I haven't done it yet, I will go ahead and stick a picture up of him playing in this shoe. And what the LeBron 8 graffiti stands for is just like graffiti in New York City on billboards, walls, and just all that. LeBron James is a huge New York Yankees fan, and he loves New York just as a whole. So I felt like him executing this on this model was very well done. And like I said, the LeBron 8 graffiti, it hadn't been seen before, so a couple weeks ago on Sneakers app, they did do a LeBron player exclusive vote back. And what this did was it allowed LeBron fans such as me and anybody watching that is a LeBron fan to vote back a certain player exclusive that they would release at a future release date. And what ended up winning was the LeBron 10 ring ceremonies, which I'm very excited for. But after that, the next day, Jason Petrie did go live with somebody, and he just started bringing out a bunch of player exclusives that we hadn't seen ever. And he pretty much teased the idea that LeBron watch was back. So LeBron watch was very popular on the LeBron 15 model, and what LeBron watch strived to do was basically incorporate famous colorways and stuck them on the LeBron 15. So we had the Moabs, we had the Griffies, and then we had, you know, the orange box. All those sold out, and they go for really high numbers on the resale market. And he said for the 23rd of every month, and complete with 2021, we will be getting a LeBron watch sneaker. So the next night, I think LeBron James and the Lakers were facing off against the Chicago Bulls. And before the game, LeBron James, I think he either went live or he put it on his Instagram story that, you know, these were dropping. He basically pulled them out of a bag and said, here's what y'all are getting. And little did I know, the next day I got on Sneakers app, and I was actually going for the Notre Dunks. They're like navy and white, I think. But after I got done taking my L on the Dunks, I went back out just to see that these had dropped. And I kid you not, at 10:02 a.m., these LeBron 8 graffitis were already sold out. And I just couldn't believe it. And luckily, one of my friends, Caleb, I know he's watching, he said, I know you're gonna need these for the channel. And he basically dished these to me for retail. So Caleb, thank you for your support of the channel and letting me get these for retail. Obviously, I'm gonna keep them for personal use, but just when people look out for me instead of like, you know, reselling these, it really means a lot to me because I know, you know, people could always use the money. But yeah, they basically dropped that morning and I took a L, and I'm just very excited to have these in hand for you guys. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into an in-depth review of the LeBron 8 graffitis. So getting things started on the LeBron 8 graffiti, you can see it is done in this synthetic leather upper, and where the name graffiti comes from on this shoe is the all over graffiti wording that goes all the way around the overlay, which is my favorite part of this shoe. I'm not gonna lie to you, some of the words were a little hard to decipher on the shoe, but some of the words that I did bring out were fearless, family, passion, vision, and winning. All of the things that embody LeBron James, so I have no problem with them sticking this on this shoe. Coming up to the tongue, you can see it is done in this black mesh. And once you get to the top of the tongue, it is done in this digiprint or like scratchy material. And on the top of the tongue, there is a crown lion logo done in gray. There are standard white laces in these. You don't get any extra laces. There is a nice leather white eye stay. And on the right eye stay, you can see it says LeBron in sport red. And on the left eye stay, it says James. So when you're looking down from an aerial view, it does spell out LeBron James. Taking a look at the lateral side of this shoe, it is done in, once again, this graffiti right here. And a lot of the words you can see, there are fly wire cables for support when you're wearing these on the basketball court. Coming to the back of the lateral side, you have this screen printed Nike swoosh, which is done in white and then outlined in that sport red once again. It also comes all the way to the back of this spoiler heel tab. And right underneath the spoiler heel tab, there is LeBron James' signature done in sport red. And then right underneath the signature, you have another sport red Nike logo. On the medial side of this shoe, it pretty much mirrors the lateral side. There are just more fly wire cables once again for support when you're wearing these. And then coming on to the back of the medial side, you do have a screen printed sport red Nike swoosh. On the midsole, you can see it is a multicolored midsole with black starting out at this top quadrant. But once you get to the bottom quadrant of this midsole, it does turn to white. There is a black, all black, smoked out 360-degree airbag unit, which I really like on this shoe. And rounding out the shoe at the very bottom, you have a translucent sport red outsole, which looks really good. You have the black hourglass embossed into the shoe right here. And at the very middle, you have a triangular piece, which opens up to the crown logo, which is done in gray and red and black. And yeah, that's pretty much a review of the LeBron 8 Graffitis. One more thing I want to leave you with on these though, sizing. So if you haven't bought a size, if you haven't bought a LeBron 8 yet, what I mean to say, pretty much if you want to wear these casually, I think you're good to go true to size. But if you want to wear the LeBron 8 on the court, I would highly recommend going up half a size because I have hooped in these before. And if you get your true size, your feet are going to be hurting by halftime. So that's just my suggestion. Obviously, it's better if you go in store and try shoes on, but obviously with coronavirus and everything, it's a little hard to do that. So I just wanted to give my sizing suggestion before I round out this video. And yeah, that's pretty much my review on the LeBron 8 Graffiti. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Please be sure to follow all of my social media, like this video, comment your opinion on the shoe that we talked about. I'm very blessed and fortunate that you guys watch these videos, and I will continue to push out this content for you guys. We are on the race to 500 subscribers, and I can't thank all of you for your continued support. So without further ado, it's time for me to lace up the LeBron 8 Graffitis, and I'll show you guys what these look like on feet. Take care, stay blessed, and I will see you guys on the next video.